and CEO Anthony Pompliano. Anthony, are we buying what China's telling us here? I mean, should we just take it at face value? Because the market certainly reacted to it in a big, big way today.
Could it be true? Sure. Is it likely true? Absolutely not. But I don't think it really matters, right? At the end of the day, this is a global race for AI supremacy. It's the United States pitted against China. We've got plenty of capital. We've got really smart people here, tons of skills and experience, and we need to take this seriously. It needs to be a national priority. And if we want to be the winner, right? America has different values than China has. And if we want our values to be the dominant value system in this AI world, then we must go out and win this competition.
One of the reasons that NVIDIA stock sold off, and it probably should have sold off much sooner, Google, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, AMD, to name a few, are working on their own chips or have already developed their own chips. The reason we should be thankful that President Trump won, and the reason that these tech gurus got behind President Trump, is because of this. Listen to Mark Andreessen and his experience with the people in the Biden administration, what they wanted to do to AI here in the U.S.
We met with very senior people in the White House, in the inner core, and we basically relayed our concerns about AI. And their response to us was, yes, the national agenda on AI, as we will implement in the Biden administration and in the second term, is we are going to make sure that AI is going to be only a function of 2 or 3 large companies. We will directly regulate and control those companies. There will be no startups. This whole thing where you guys think you can just start companies and write code and release code on the internet, those days are over. That's not happening.
They were going to crush American development, our economic engine. They were going to make sure, because they know better, these jackasses in the Democrat Party, these faceless with lanyards, they were going to destroy, they were going to make sure China won.
Well, look, I think that America built this entire country off of entrepreneurship, capitalism, and democratic participation. And so anytime that you want to centralize control with a government, that's unlikely to actually drive real value over the long term. And so what we see is an administration coming in saying, hey, let's empower the smartest, brightest people we have. Let's get out of their way. Let's deregulate. Let's really allow them to do what they do best. And I'll take American entrepreneurs against Chinese entrepreneurs any day of the week.
Real quickly, we have just a few seconds, but how do we prevent China from just leapfrogging us? Because we developed the technology. They steal the technology and the intellectual property, and then they go and make it their own.
Well, look, America's been dealing with this problem for a long time. And at the end of the day, the best way that we can compete is to win. And if you think about this competition that's playing out here, China is going to play by rules that we aren't willing to play. But whether we are at physical kinetic war or we are playing in the technology space, we're used to facing adversaries that do that. And America still is able to prevail. And so I think that we just have to continue to compete, stop complaining about what they're doing, focus on what we can control, and let's go win.
I heard that DeepSeek is piggybacking on OpenAI and GPT-4, the large language model. So they didn't do it themselves. That's why it's so cheap. But really quickly before we go, what about DeepSeek potentially collecting intellectual IP, keystrokes? We can't trust China. Are they storing our data?
Well, in the actual user agreement, they definitely are taking data and they are putting it in servers in the Republic of China. And so I tell people all the time that if you really care about privacy, if you really care about the security of your data, then I'd be very careful about the software you put on your phone. If you have concerns about TikTok, I'd have concerns about DeepSeek. And so anytime that you are looking at where's my data going, if you don't know, you should probably go figure that out pretty quickly.